Welcome to another video about Fails Components, the fancy automated internet lecture system. In today's video, we will learn how to set up complex configurations including multiple projectors and whiteboards, which are not necessarily in the same room. First, let us remember two basic concepts of Fails for handling multiple projectors or smartboards, notepads and screens. On a notepad, you can write with a pen and you can activate and coordinate all activities of your lecture. A screen is just for showing your lecture notes. It is intended for a display on which you will not write during your lecture. For many use cases, you will just start your lecture from your LMS, for example Moodle, and use the top left panel of the common initial tasks to set up your notepads and screens. In this video, we will discuss advanced cases. We start with opening a notepad or screen on one device while authenticating it from your LMS on another device. Besides starting the lecture app from the LMS, you can also type the Fails URL directly into your browser. Ask your admin about the Fails URL at your school or university. Or if you have previously installed Fails as a progressive web app by clicking the icon in the address bar while being in the Fails lecture activity. Then Fails can be started by clicking on the app's icon. Starting Fails directly is especially useful if it is not desired or possible to type your password on these devices. Think about badly maintained public computers, devices with an on-screen keyboard such as smartboards, and other special devices. In all cases when you start Fails directly, you see the Fails welcome screen. Here, you can select whether you want to start with a screen or notepad. Or you can open additional windows, which will be connected and authenticated to the same lecture later. And of course, you can also enter full screen by clicking the full screen button. For authenticating the window, you can either use the QR code or the alphanumeric code. Note, the code changes from time to time for security. Now, go to the Fails activity of your lecture on another device, for example, your smartphone. Select the Unlock button and either type in the login code directly and press the Unlock button or turn on the QR code reader and scan the QR code. Magically, your windows on the other device with the welcome screen will turn into a notepad or screen. Now, you can start with your lecture in the same way as if you have started it directly from the Fails activity in your LMS. In most cases, Fails will automatically arrange screens and notepads in a useful way. However, in more complex setups, for example, streaming the lecture to other rooms or showing the same content on multiple projectors, a more advanced control is necessary. Therefore, in a notepad with a running lecture, go to the Options panel and select the button for arranging notepads and screens. In this dialog, you can also open additional screens and notepads for your lecture by pressing the Notepad or Screen button. In the main area, you can see the arrangement of all notepads and screens. The Numbers button turns on and off the number of the notepad and screens, which helps you with the arrangement. In this example, all notepads and screens are currently grouped within the same room. Notepads and screens in the same room show a different portion of your lecture notes. They are arranged from top to bottom in the same way as they are shown in this dialog. You can alter the ordering of the notepads and screens by pressing the Move to Top button, which moves the selected item to the top of the room. If the lecture should be broadcasted to another lecture room, you can add another room by pressing the plus icon. Again, notepads and screens can be moved to the other room by pressing the Move to Top button and selecting the item to move. Now, two notepads are in one room, and a notepad and a screen are in the other room. All rooms and the student's devices also share the global scroll position. The global scroll position is updated when you scroll and synced to all devices. In a room, the first notepad's top edge is aligned with the global scroll position. See for the example of the two rooms, how the lecture is distributed over all connected notepads and screens. That's it. Now you know the advanced setup of notepads and screens for lectures and can start using Fails also in complex broadcast situations. Thank you for listening. I am Arya and happy to be the host of this video. I am not a human but a neural voice of Microsoft's Azure text-to-speech service. Please check out the other videos about Fails components. I wish you happy failing.